Welcome back to another Monday morning scouting report. In this special edition, I'm going to take you through the top Canadian prospects in the men's NCAA basketball tournament. If you're trying to watch the NCAA tournament this year and you don't know who to look out for, here are some Canadian names that you can track moving forward. Starting off with the overall number 1 seed Gonzaga Bulldogs, who feature a Canadian star point guard in Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard is probably the best passer in the NCAA, the best decision maker in the pick and roll, but he's also really improved his shooting splits, going almost 37% from 3 and 87% from the line, showing that even though he is a pass-first player, he's still able to put pressure on the rim, both as an attacker in the ball screen and as a spot-up shooter. Look for him to be the key for Gonzaga going deep in the tournament this year. Gonzaga is not the only number 1 seed that features a star Canadian. The Arizona Wildcats have 6'6" shooting guard Ben Mathurin, a sophomore out of Quebec, who's putting up huge numbers and is slated to be a top 10 pick in the upcoming 2022 NBA draft. Ben is probably going to be the most entertaining Canadian you watch in the NCAA tournament. He brings a star power with his athleticism, with his finishing, with his dunks, and with his shooting ability. If you're just looking for pure entertainment, try to watch a couple Arizona games because you're going to see him do some wow things, and that's why he's slated to be a top pick in this year's NBA draft. Another Canadian with championship aspirations and NBA draft hopes is 7'3" center Zach Edey in his sophomore year at Purdue University. With teams gravitating towards Ivy, that might open up opportunities for Edey to be a star in the upcoming tournament. At 7'3", Edey is as skilled of a player as you're going to find at that size for the center position. He's got great hands and great touch. He needs to improve a little defensively, but that's why they rotate 2 bigs who are both NBA prospects. They're one of the top teams you should be looking out for as a sleeper to go a long way, because Edey provides so many easy points at the rim. Like Mathurin and Nembhard, my scouting report on Zach Edey is going to be linked below. Andrew Nembhard, Benedict Mathurin, and Zach Edey are my top 3 prospects on potential championship-winning teams on the Canadian side. But there's a number of other players on good teams that have a chance to go deep. Marcus Carr, a 6'2" senior guard at Texas, flirted with the NBA draft last year, and now is hoping to carry Texas on a deep playoff run. Having been a primary scorer at Minnesota, Carr is capable of going off at any point. Texas is going to be relying on Carr for a big point output in order to take them deep. Another great prospect is 6'11" center Charles Bediako in his freshman season at Alabama. Bama is a 6 seed this year after having a huge year last year as a 2 seed, but they're hoping to go deep again in the tournament with a ton of talent. Bediako doesn't play a huge role, but he plays his role very well and has a high upside moving forward as a potential NBA draft pick. Next up, Boise State. You probably wouldn't naturally go watch their game, but they feature 2 Canadian senior studs in Abu Kajab and Emmanuel Acott. They have a tough first-round matchup against Memphis, but Memphis is a young team, and these 2 seniors with versatile skill sets are really intriguing potential NBA prospects. Acott, a 6'7" point forward, has shot the ball really well this season, and his size and athleticism has intrigued NBA scouts. Abu Kajab is a really skilled wing who affects the game in a number of areas. He's got good vision, he moves really well without the ball, he's tough and can guard a number of positions, and he just finds ways to impact the game, whether it's on or off the ball. He's a winning type player, and he's going to be a key if they can beat Memphis and then move on to face Gonzaga, where there would be 3 top Canadian players facing against each other. 2 more names to look out for, who are good prospects on good teams, are Tyrese Samuel on 8th seeded Seton Hall, a 6'9" forward that's super athletic who came out of Montreal, and 9th seeded TCU, featuring Emmanuel Miller, a 6'7" wing that's super athletic and affects the game in a number of areas. They had a great late season run, and let's see if they can continue their winning ways. Lastly, number 11 Michigan features Caleb Houstan, who was ranked number 7 overall on the 2022 ESPN mock draft prior to this season. A 6'8" small forward in his freshman year, Caleb had an up and down year, but still finished pretty strong and is shooting almost 37% from 3. We'll see if Caleb Houstan can use March Madness to remind scouts why he was so highly touted coming in. And there you have it. There are some Canadians to watch in the upcoming NCAA tournament. As you can see, the talent continues to rise, and the impact Canadians are having on their teams is higher than ever before. Thank you for watching this special edition of the Monday Morning Scouting Report, and stay tuned for next week.